You can see right now, we'll do a little test. That one is not magnetic. Stick your tool in here like so. Maybe move it around a little bit. This must be made for some giant, I guess. Pieces there, and conforms to the screw or the bolt head itself, just like that. Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the channel. Hey, I got a delivery the other day, some things I had ordered to make modding life a little bit easier. You know, I've done tons of mods with the Tacoma up there. We're actually going to use the Tundra down here as the guinea pig today. But all of these, except for one, have to do with magnetism, and they will make your Tacoma modding life easier. Okay, first thing I've got is this little magnetizer, demagnetizer tool. You're supposed to be able to take a screwdriver like this and magnetize it. And I've got two Phillips and a flathead and just some screws. And you can see right now, we'll do a little test. That one is not magnetic, and neither is that one. So let's open this thing. I don't know how it works. Since there's no instructions, I'm going to assume that you just kind of stick your tool in here like so. Maybe move it around a little bit. I don't know. I'm assuming there's a magnet in here, but this is what we're doing. Let's see. Do the other one. Just kind of stick it in here. Twirl it around a little. All right, let's see if we got anything. Here's the screw. Well, that didn't work. Try this one. That didn't work either. Let's try the part that says demagnetized. I don't know. No, that doesn't work either. This is a big fail. Get rid of that. That's garbage. All right, next up. What to or how to hold stuff. You know, when you take screws out and you want to hold them, you know, you got to put them somewhere, right? What do you do with them? I usually just lay them around on top of the engine or something, right? Maybe on the air or the engine cover. I don't know. But we have three different things here that we're going to test for that. Okay, real quick note on that magnetizer, demagnetizer. I did call the company that was listed. They said it must be defective. They're sending me a new one. Continuing on with our magnetism line here, I ordered this pad. It's just a magnetic pad. You know, and this is to lay on the truck somewhere to stick screws or whatever. So, we're going to go ahead and give this a try. I will tell you right now, let's go over here to this cabinet. It is magnetic. It does work. So anywhere that there's metal, you can stick this thing and stick screws on it. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lay it down here, right here, across the truck, you know, as if I was working right here, and it does stick to the magnet, or the metal here on the truck, rather. And let's say that we were going to change out the grill, you know, because I've done that before. So we have our handy dandy 10 millimeter here. We're going to pull this little screw down in here. Go ahead and pull that out just like we would be doing, right? Go ahead and pull that screw out. Now, what do you do with these, right? You're going to have, what, 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them, whatever. Well, it sticks right to this piece here. Now, the one thing I will say about this, you can see it does have the magnets individually in here. All these little circles, each one of them is a magnet. So you do have to hit that. It won't stick anywhere else. It'll just, well, there it's jumping, but it is pretty strong. Another thing you can do with this that I think is kind of neat, let's point you up here. If we were to stick this pad up here on the hood, let's say like right there, you know, you could just stick your screws on there like that. That way they're right up there, right above you. It's pretty simple. They're not going anywhere. And they stick really, really well. One other thing I wanted to check real quick, how strong that is. We have the ratchet. We'll see if it sticks. It's not strong enough for that, so you wouldn't want to sit your ratchet up there, or it's probably going to come down and hit you on the head. One thing that I will say is if you did want to kind of secure the ratchet a little bit, You could just lay it on here, and it is going to hold it from flying off and falling on the floor or something. So it is going to be handy for something like that. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty cool little device. It folds up, kind of sticks to itself because it is magnetized, and you can just stick it somewhere. So thumbs up for this. Works pretty well. And if you're looking to store it and you have a metal toolbox like this, just lay it right across the top. It's out of the way and it's stored, ready for next time. Okay, next up we have this little device here. And it's actually a little smaller than I thought it would be, but it is a like a little bowl to hold hardware, nuts and bolts, things like that. Again, it is magnetic. It has a big magnet on the back here, and of course that transfers into the bowl. So we're going to set this down. Again, pick a spot that's metal. There you can see that's metal. It holds pretty well there. We can even lay it sideways if we want. We'll use this same screw that we had before. Let's see if I can get it out of here. And just throw it in there. And man, that sticks really well. Again, if you wanted to, and I'm not sure why you would want to do this, but you could put this thing up here like so, and then just put your screws in it. They stick pretty well. Get you guys in the frame there. They stick pretty well, so you could put a bunch of them in there, and there they are, right there. You just hope that you don't forget you have the tray sticking up there, and put the hood back down and leave it that way. So this is actually pretty awesome. I like this. It works pretty well. Now, one more thing I just want to see. Let's go ahead and put this back up there, and I wonder if that is strong enough to hold the wrench. Let's find out. It is. You guys can see it hanging right there. It would hold your wrench. It's not real strong, so I don't know that I would necessarily advise doing that. But in a pinch, it would hold your ratchet. And also, we can store this the same way as we did the pad back there. Just sticking it to the top of your toolbox, just like that. So again, easy to store and out of the way. Okay, next up I have a magnetic wristband. You're supposed to be able to wrap this thing around your wrist. You guys can see in the picture right there, the guy's got it around his wrist with a bunch of screws and stuff stuck on it. So let's see how this works. Go ahead and get this thing out of here. See if I can't get it on my wrist. All right, let's see. It is adjustable, I think. Yeah, it's got some strong Velcro on it, that's for sure. Wow, okay, and the magnets are right along here. So before let's see, let me go ahead and get it on. Let's lay it down there, I guess. Fold it over. This must be made for some giant, I guess. And we'll turn it so that the magnets are on the top. And again, using that same screw that we have, let's see. And it does stick. You guys can see it right there. So if you're doing this and you want a quick place to throw a screw so that you don't lose it, rather, there you go. You could stick a bunch of them on there, not a problem. Just another way to make sure you keep track of your stuff. This is actually pretty handy. This thing is lightweight, feels like nothing on my wrist. I like that it has Velcro, so it's adjustable. And let's do our tool test one more time. See if it's strong enough to hold a tool. And I'm not, let's see, I'll turn this around. Yeah, you can feel it grab, but it's not strong enough to hold a tool. And I don't know why you'd want to anyway. I guess the good thing about that is if you put your hand down against something metal, you're not going to be stuck to it. So works pretty well. I'm happy with the design of it and the strength of the magnets on this one. Another thumbs up. As for storage on this, same thing as the other ones. These magnetic things are great because they stick in places that you wouldn't use anyway. So you just fold it up like that and go ahead and stick it on top of your toolbox like so. There you've got 3 decent accessories, magnetic, that are easy to store out of the way. Okay, we have one more item. This one I don't believe is magnetic. We'll find out. But what this is, it's kind of a all-in-one socket. All-in-one between, let's see the size range on here. All-in-one between 1/4 to 3/4 inches, or 7 millimeters to 19 millimeters. And I did get, just to show you guys, I got an attachment for the drill. We're not going to do that in this test, but you could plug it into your cordless drill and operate it that way. The way it's designed, it has a bunch of little pins on the inside. You guys can see right there. And you push that down over the bolt or screw that you're trying to take out, and they will conform around the screw so that you don't have to have exactly the right size socket, or maybe you don't have that socket. This is kind of an all-in-one thing. So we're going to test it on, I think, yeah, we're going to test it on the same bolt or screw that we did before, right down here. And this is pretty small, so this will be a pretty decent test, I think. But right down here, again on the grill, because I know a lot of people change these out. I did, or have before, and I did on this truck. But right here, so you're supposed to be able, go ahead and put it in our socket, to put it right down over, and you want it centered, and then you're supposed to be able to pull that bolt out. So let's see if it works. It did. There you have it. It worked really well. Again, it just fits right inside those little pieces there and conforms to the screw or the bolt head itself, just like that. It worked really well. As far as magnetic, it is not magnetic. You do want to try to hit it right there in the center where that black piece is. It is not magnetic, but nonetheless, it works quite well. I'm pretty impressed with this. Let's see about putting it back in. See if it works just as well. I see no reason why it shouldn't. It did work, as you can see, so this thing is pretty handy as well. I mean, if you come across some kind of bolt or screw where you don't have the right socket, this will get you out of a pinch. I don't know that I would necessarily use it on something that you really have to torque on, because it just doesn't look to me like it would hold up well under a lot of pressure or a lot of torque. But for things like this, it works fantastic. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys a few of these gadgets I got. If you're interested, right over here, I believe it's right over here, there's a playlist of some of the more popular mods I've done on the Tundra here. Have a look, see what you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the web.